Today I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about planting potatoes in your home garden. I live west of Phoenix in Arizona. It's a pretty warm climate in the summer times. In the winter times though, it's an excellent time to plant potatoes, and they're really very easy to do, and that's something most people will not put in their garden, but it's easy, not much maintenance, and it's kind of fun harvesting your crop. I'm going to show you what I do. I have a slightly raised bed that I've built on the side of my house, and I started by leveling the dirt in the bed, and then I took a square shovel and about one shovel width, I went down maybe 1 to 2 inches to create a row, and then I took my seed potatoes. I'll pick one up here. You can get them at your local home improvement stores like Lowe's or Home Depot. There might be some other places that you can find if you research it, maybe through mail order. And I set my potato chunks right on the ground, and then I have a row next to this row where I've just laid out the potatoes. I've spaced them about 8 inches apart, and then I'm going to go to this next row here, and you can see my potatoes that I've laid just like the last row. And you can see at the rear what I've done is I've taken dirt and I've piled it up to form a raised mound over the row. You want potatoes to be about 6 inches deep, maybe 6 to 8 inches deep, and what will happen is the soft dirt that you've laid on the top will allow the potatoes to grow and form instead of trying to form underground where the ground might be too hard. It makes harvesting real easy. It works really good. And then I'm going to go over, and here's 2 other rows that I have completed. Once you get your dirt spread on it very lightly, you just maybe use a rake to neaten them up a little bit, make them look good. My dirt that I've got is just normal garden dirt. I've mixed some mulch in with it. I keep mixing mulch from my mulch pile as I do lawn clippings and shrub trimming and things like that. So I'll utilize stuff around my own house. So basically, once you get your potatoes planted, you will let them sit and acclimate for a few days, and then you'll start watering them. Potatoes like a lot of water. They like the soil to get really saturated, so the water moisture goes deep in the ground, and you're supposed to water them nice and deep, and then go ahead and let the soil dry out a little bit before you water again. Once the plants come up through the mound and make themselves shown, one thing that you're going to want to do is, I've got an example here. Potatoes really like potassium. I've got one brand here that I got at a local home improvement store, muriate of potash. And if you notice the label on the back of the container, 0060, it's nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium are the 3 numbers on a typical fertilizer bag. So this particular fertilizer is all potassium, and that's what potatoes really love to grow. This fertilizer is also good for any root vegetable. That could be onions or carrots also, but especially for potatoes. So it takes about maybe 3 weeks from now when my shoots will start penetrating the ground. Once they penetrate the ground, you basically go through the watering schedule like I talked about, and then about 2 months to 3 months, that's when your foliage on the top of the plant will start to wither, and it looks like the plant's dying. And what's happening is it's pretty much telling you at that point that it's time to give it one last really good water. Go ahead and trim the foliage off the top, and then let the potatoes sit for maybe a week or 2, and then you can dig them up. It's not uncommon to see potatoes starting to show themselves at the edges of these rows. It doesn't hurt for them to be exposed, and you can reach in with your fingers occasionally, and you can see just how many or how big the potatoes are getting. The longer you leave them in, the bigger they'll get. So I would encourage you to give this a try at home. It's fun. If you don't have a piece of ground like this, you can plant them in mulch or straw. You can plant them in tires. You can plant them in buckets or containers. There's quite a few resources out there where you can get some good information. Thank you very much for watching.